What up, reader fam? Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 reader things that I'm bad at. So today I'm basically just going to be dragging myself, throwing lots of shade at myself. Some major self-deprecation is going to be going down today. The first one is going to sound ridiculous, but it's just finishing books. And I don't mean by just having lots of unread books. I mean like being hardcore deep into a story and then just not finishing it. This honestly pretty much happens to me with every book I read. And it mostly just stems from me not wanting the story to be over. I made a video recently sharing my love for some standalone books, and I do love standalone books, but at the same time, those books kill me because the journey that you go on with the characters in those books ends too soon. It's also short-lived. Whereas with series, you get to go on this long journey with the characters and you get to spend loads of time with them, so once you finish a book, you know you can look forward to the next book in the series. I also get nervous about finishing books for other reasons though. I've been let down so many times by endings that sometimes if I'm loving a story, I think to myself, should I finish this? If I finish it, is it going to ruin the story for me? Because the ending of the story could easily ruin my love for the story. Then there are other times when I have a hard time forcing myself to finish a book because I fear for the characters' lives. There are those books where you just go into it knowing that there are going to be some major character deaths. So this is just like a major problem that I have. I have this problem where I'm like knee deep into a book and I don't want to finish it because I'm afraid of the ending. So I set it aside and I start another book and the cycle begins again because I just don't want the story to end. This kind of leads into the next thing that I'm bad at as a reader, and that is following through with series. I am terrible at keeping up with book series. It's a real problem, you guys. Of course, if you've been following this channel for a while now, you know this already. It took me a million years to read the Mortal Instruments series. It took me even longer to read the Percy Jackson series. And I think a big reason for this is that I easily get tired of being in the same world, even sometimes hearing from the same characters over and over again. Like, even if I die hard love the characters, or if I'm just madly in love with the world, or if I'm just aching to find out what happens next in the story, sometimes I just get overwhelmed by the same thing over and over again, which I know sounds crazy. Like, if I'm loving it, I should just want to keep going at it, but for some reason that's not the case with me. And that doesn't mean that the stories are boring at all. I guess I just get tired of the same thing. I know it's weird, but I'm weird. What did you expect? I guess this one also kind of ties in with my last point, in that most of the series I read, the stakes are really high a lot of the times. The characters that I'm reading about are constantly in danger, and I fear for what could happen to them. And when I read these books, like, I get really, really attached to the characters. They become real to me. And because of that, I get scared as to what could happen to them. So I just put off continuing the series so I don't have to see them suffer. The next thing that I'm bad at is mispronouncing things. This goes for characters, places, and author names. I am so terrible at this. I've been told time and time again the correct way to say Kale's name, and I still pronounce it Kale and not the correct way. Like, apparently you're supposed to say it like Kale or Cal? I can't even say it. I can't even say it the right way. I just can't. My mind is stuck on Kale. I've also pronounced book titles wrong in videos time and time again, which is honestly the most embarrassing thing in the world. For example, The Archived. Want to know what I called The Archived the first time I showed this book in a haul? I called it The Archived. The Archived. I called it The Archived. Another example, Hyperbole and a Half. I called Hyperbole Hyperbole, because I'm a Dumbo apparently. So know that if I mispronounce things in a video, like, yes, I want to know, but please don't make fun of me because I will be so embarrassed to know that I even mispronounced something. The next thing that I am bad at is taking notes, which this isn't much of a reader thing and more so like a book reviewer or a booktuber thing, but it applies to my reader life. There have been so many times when I've wanted to take super extensive notes on a book while I'm reading it, but then it just doesn't end up happening because I'm lazy and I don't want to take notes and I just want to focus on the book. But it can honestly be really difficult to take notes on a book while you're reading it because you have to completely take yourself out of the story to jot down things, and then you gotta work yourself back into the story. So there are a lot of times when I just end up reading the book and not taking any notes, which is fine, but then when it comes to reviewing the books, I don't have any notes, and I instantly regret it. The last reader thing I'm bad at is buying too many books all at once. Some people will see this as a bad thing, some people won't see this as a bad thing. I'm kind of in the middle on this one. On one hand, I don't really care. The more books, the merrier. I'm supporting authors, I'm supporting the industry, and And I freaking love books, why wouldn't I want to have more books? On the other hand, it takes all my money. On the other hand, it adds more books to my physical TBR. And on the other hand, I run out of bookshelf space, which is the current situation over here. It's a real problem. But honestly, am I gonna stop buying way too many books? Nope. At this point, I just can't help myself. So those are 5 reader things that I'm pretty bad at. You guys should let me know down below in the comments some of the reader things that you feel like you're bad at, because I don't want to feel alone here. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos frequently on this channel, so if you want to be notified as to when I post new videos, be sure and go and hit subscribe, or go and click the little bell icon and you'll be notified as to when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew. Whoosh.